the distortion of language. So let's try and work a little bit with revealing how tricky language, which we could call a human construct, or even better, a perceptual or conceptual construct of consciousness itself, that which is present at all times, that which is, in a sense, modulating the human experience, but our five senses from an early age, awareness or consciousness in its pure form, it will distort itself through the five senses in a sense, and it will imitate whatever it comes into contact with. For instance, we're being told that this is a hand, we're being told that this is a lamp, we're being told that the very mechanism, the very function of communication, we use language in order for us to communicate and transfer ideas and collaborate and progress and evolve as a human species in a sense. And so all of this is part of the human construct, the individual, the story of the individual. And so it will and it is very beneficial to try and destroy the illusion of language in a sense, to let go, or even better, erase, to enlighten just illuminate the idea that language is a construct itself, and it will distort our perception of reality itself. So it suits only our survival. It's very beneficial in order for us to survive. But language as it is just a story. It's a story being told by awareness, by consciousness. And so it should be obvious. Whenever we were children, we had no idea what the hell this is, right? It's a state of not knowing. I constantly keep telling that we have to go into this state of not knowing in order for us to reveal, to notice the presence, energy, the present awareness, which is always the case, unchangeable. It is the factor, it is that which is, observes. It is aliveness, the source of every thing. It is the source of this universe. It is the source of what we call a human being. It is that very thing which is not a thing, it is a no thing, formless consciousness, out of which the illusion is created. Form, shape, colors, visual, hearing, seeing, our five senses, perception. It is a very narrow band of frequencies, if you will, that distorts this experience. And so being acutely aware of that, of the idea that language as a construct will be tremendously beneficial in terms of or regarding awakening. So see it for what it is. It's a story. And try and I want you to erase language in this moment and simply let go and see how obvious it is that, well, what the hell? This is what it is, but I don't know what it is. I mean, if you encounter a Chinese person and you don't understand Chinese, and this person is trying to convey an idea, trying to convey a message to you, but you don't understand Chinese, it's quite obvious that you have no clue as to what the person is saying. So that should be highly obvious. And in this case, I want you to see this, or try and pinpoint an object in your surroundings right now, and completely remove the label, remove the word that you initially would call this object, for instance, a lamp. Remove it, and then apply the same principle with your hand, apply the same principle with your leg, foot, with your body, torso, with your head, with your hair. So if what is aware right now is not really a person, because a person or a personality or my name, well, that is included inside the human language. And what is even human language but yet another means of trying to convey a very specified experience, sort of. So there's a consensus that we can put everything in context whenever we use language, but it's a very limited context in the scheme of the grand, everything, eternity that is the case, infinity. So it's a infinitely, we cannot even, because infinity itself is just infinite, imagination, if you will. So everything is possible. But being aware of infinity, or being aware of how limited language is a pointer towards the direction of infinity. And in a sense, there's no way to go. It's the pathless path, because it's direct. It's not even right now. It's just the complete absence of any attempt to do anything. Just, see this. Look at your hand. Look at what is going on here. It's just apparently happening, but I don't know what it is. But if we color all of this, and it is colored by language itself, you see how easily tempted you are to go into illusions. So yes, language is an illusion, but it's a tool that we use to communicate. But remove the tool language and see what's left right here. It should be obvious. There's a presence. I'm not. What am I then? Consciousness, awareness. Fundamentally speaking, modulating the experience of being a human being, but I need to go into something more essential, something deeper, more like that which is never changing. You see, this is changing. If I invest my time, my effort, and my whole life in the world of things, objects, doership, and all of that, I miss the point yet again, because that which is modulating all of that is in and of itself already enough, already blissful, already peaceful, already wholeness. It is already all, it is nothing, but at the same time everything in non-duality. So it's formless consciousness, but it is alive. But it doesn't attempt to, limit itself, because that activity will be another perspective or another attempt to do something. But doing something, you go out in duality. You limit yourself. You become fragmented as consciousness. If you believe it too much, then you will be that experience, and this creates fear. So unconditional love is complete transparency, no agenda, just what is, and I don't know what it is.